Hello, everyone. My guest today is Rode Luhaäär. He is the CEO and founder of a company called Paytailor, which is a fully cloud-based payment and data platform converting payment-related problems fueled by cash or bank card infrastructure into a seamless digital experience for both merchants and their customers. Rode, you ready to take us to the top?
Yes, let's go.
All right, last time you came on was back on January 5th, 2017, and you were just coming to market at that point. You had about a $10 per month ARPU, about $5,000 a month in annual recurring revenue. So you were like early days then. Now we're a year and a half later. So give us an update. First off, have you pivoted at all, or what's the company doing today?
We have pivoted a bit. Let's say that we have pivoted client segments. So now we are offering more like a premium service for mid and big size companies.
So what have you driven ARPU up to? What are contract sizes now?
They are multiple, I would say. I won't give you figures, but if originally we charged like 10 euros per month, then now we are, I think that 10,000 euros per contract. So we are scaling a bit.
Well, and just to be clear, remind people who you're actually selling for. So if you say 10,000 euros per contract, first off, is that per month or per year?
Per year now.
Okay, so let's say someone's listening today, they want to become a customer of yours, they're going to pay $10,000 or euros per year, so about $12,000. What do they get for that?
Actually, they get the premium service, so they have usually some kind of problem which they want to be solved. So usually it's like companies who already have a decent client base and they want to have a solution so they can offer the solution. And usually there are like self-service points, or like somebody wants to innovate the retail, stuff like that.
Okay. Give me an example of how someone's actually using you. Actually name a brand that's using you in the use case.
So in the area, we have one fuel retailer, for example, who is using our solution.
Who's the retailer?
It's Alex Seller in local scale.
Alex Seller?
Yes.
Okay.
Alex Seller in local scale.
What does that mean? Are they a clothing brand or a food brand, or what do they sell?
They are oil, and they have gas stations all around in Europe and Baltic specifically. Okay. But it's a really good example of how you can connect client loyalty. You can make self-service payment places.
Well, hold on. I don't want to just list the features. I want an actual use case. So I am walking into one of these gas stations that are owned by this customer that uses you. What is my experience like? Where will I see Paytailor in that gas station?
So one most innovative solution is where you want to buy a gas for a grill, for example. So usually it meant that somebody has to service you. Now it's fully automated. There has a solar panel and a full self-service system. So basically you have you approach the self-service kiosk. You have a QR NFC. You tap with the phone over there. Then you have a e-commerce site inside of app. You can choose the products. And when you are paid, then the self-service kiosk opens the door.
Okay, so what you're doing is when someone checks out at this gas station using the QR code, right? Since they have their phone out, you're essentially taking them to like a Paytailor generated like merchandising site where they can buy more stuff on their phone after they just made the purchase in store.
Yes.
Got it. Very cool. Okay, and then remind everyone what year you launched.
We launched 2015, basically.
2015. Okay, and how many customers have you scaled to today?
We have 20 major customers, so yeah. But nevertheless, like we see lots of interest of financial institutions. So the regulations have changed in the meanwhile as well. So with 2 years ago, we talked about basically that in the future, the users are able maybe to pay straight from the bank account, like skipping Visa and MasterCard infrastructure. Then now we have run first tests. So basically, we have ran some tests to see that this is the future where it's kind of going.
Okay, how have you signed up? So last time we spoke, you had about 10 customers, but they were paying like $10 a pop. You've obviously drastically changed. The 20 customers you've signed up that are paying, call it $10,000, $15,000 per year. How did you find them? What's the sales process look like?
So right now we, as companies have heard about us a bit, then we have some clients are approaching ourselves. But nevertheless, we see also that sometimes we see that we can offer great value to this company. So we have approached some companies who has most probably this specific need.
Okay, again, be specific. Where are you looking? How do you find them? How do you know how to reach out to? Do you email? Do you phone call them? Do you drive to them? Be specific.
We have we have taken flights also to reach them, but nevertheless, we have reached some financial institutions. We know that financial institutions need to offer some new things to the clients. Then we have approached some financial institutions.
Be specific.
Directly.
What financial institution?
For example, we have had negotiations with Irish credit unions. So it's a very community-based thing. So we have had conversation with them and with the Scandinavian banks as well.
Okay, so if the Irish credit unions end up signing up with you, what does that mean? When I walk into one of their physical locations, what happens?
Basically, they can pay via phone, and they have loyalty included as well.
Got it. Okay, and those are conversations you said are in the future. You're having discussions. You haven't actually closed them. I want to know actually how you're closing current customers before word of mouth. Your customers that you brought in, how did you find them?
We look at sector by sector, and usually the demo is enough. So if we demonstrate, then they will get a wow effect, and they usually say that okay, this is the thing which we need.
Okay, but Rode, how are you? Sorry, this isn't answering my question. You build your product. You build it for X use case. You want your first 5 customers. How did you find those first 5 customers? So if it's sector based, what sector did you go after? How did you find the email address of the person you needed to sell to? Those kinds of things.
Okay, let's take a specific example regarding IoT, for example. We know that vending machine company owners basically wants to have payment solution for vending machines, but there is lots of hassle regarding that. So we look who is the biggest player in the specific market. We take a contact. We send.
Which was who?
Let's say that in the European scale, I wouldn't name any names, but we know the company who is operating 80,000 machines, for example.
Okay, how did you know that? How did you find them?
Through the contacts, basically.
Yeah, but how did you know what contact to find them through?
We found some advisors who have contacts.
Okay, so you sent an email out to your advisors saying you want to go after the vending machine payment space. Do you know anybody?
Yes, exactly. It was like that. And they said that we know that in Europe, for example, this company is managing 18,000 machines, for example.
Okay, and you've already closed them. They're a paying customer.
We are running first test, and it's going to be.
I want an example of a customer you've actually closed. How? I'm sure the reason I'm asking this question is because there are a lot of people listening that are just starting out, trying to figure out how to get their first 5 to 10 customers. You have 20, so I don't want a hypothetical or one you're currently negotiating. I'm trying to dial in the strategy you use to actually close first of your couple customers.
Really simple steps. The first is reach out. See that you are telling which value do we offer.
Yeah, but what sector are you reaching out to specifically? The credit unions you haven't closed yet, the vending machines you haven't closed yet. What sector are you reaching out to specifically?
IoT.
Okay, and what
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things.
So how do you go find a list of those companies?
We do online research.
Okay, what does that mean? What are you typing into Google?
We are typing in vending machines, for example.
Okay, so do you have any self-service vending machine companies paying you already?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said that you're in discussions with the one right now, that you're not actually launched.
Usually it's we try to describe where we have the value most. To make some vending machine to accept payments, it's not a big deal.
Okay, I think I beat this. I think I beat this in the ground, but folks get the point, right? So he's going after kind of IoT folks where there's loyalty program, kind of incentives and upside for these folks, and he's identified vending machines in IoT space as a good place to do that. Is that right, Rode?
Yes.
Very good. All right, talk to me about churn. Churn's critical. What does your churn look like?
You mean be specific?
Churn. So last year you had 10 customers. Did all the 10 customers renew, or did you lose some?
We lost some smaller ones as well because we have to constantly be updated with payment options. So it's like it's a tough ground to be because we are not financially regulated. That means that we are depending a little bit of the banks as well.
Are you bootstrapped?
No, we were, but right now it's like we are looking forward for next round. So we'll see what it happens.
How much have you raised to date?
180,000 euros, which is really small amount.
Okay, so about what is that? $250,000 US dollars.
Close.
And how much are you looking to raise now?
Right now we are raising 250,000.
And why is that? Why is now the right time to raise, and why is 250 the right amount?
Because otherwise we would sell the company. We have had some offers, but it's no point right now to sell the company. If we take more, then it's like not good.
Well, just to be clear though, I mean, right now, if you've got 20 customers paying, call it $10,000, $12,000 a year, you're doing what, about $20,000 per month in revenue, correct?
Recently, yeah, but we just reached the point. So
you just reached 20,000 per month?
Yes.
Okay. And then growth rate wise, what does that look like? So if I go back to December 2018, so about 6 months ago, what were you doing that month in revenue? Do you remember?
It was like a couple of hundreds of euros per month.
Okay, so 6 months ago, you were doing a couple hundred euros per month, and now you're up at 20,000 or 18,000 euros per month?
Yes, because like there is also a hardware involved as well.
Okay, I'm just asking about the software component. So currently, right now, just off software revenues, how much are you doing per month?
Couple of thousand, I would say.
Like 3,000, 4,000?
3,000.
Okay, 3,000. And then you're saying back 6 months ago in December of 2018, you were doing less than 1,000.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like there's a massive hardware component right here, right? So tell me about the hardware expense. If a vending machine wants to put one of your hardware pieces on one vending machine, what's that cost?
Vending machine, it's easy. It's 250 euros.
Okay. And so when you tell me that you have people paying $12,000 per year, what does that typically mean in terms of the number of pieces of hardware they're also buying?
There might be solar panels, for example. If the self-service kiosk is really complicated, it might involve like solar panels, batteries, 3G modems. Basically, you are taking a dummy machine and make it connect to internet and accept payments. It's like a really complicated system.
Why are you handling the hardware? Do you have a hardware partner?
Yeah, we have a hardware partner. Yeah.
Okay.
But nevertheless, we are approaching the client, and we have to sort out other things as well.
Yep. No, that makes sense. So you're doing about a couple $100 just about 6 months ago. Churn. You didn't answer my churn question, right? So churn is critical after somebody actually installs physical pieces of hardware. Do they stick with you? Or do you have 5% churn per month, 10% churn per month? What's churn?
If we connect a system, then we have a license fee, but also a setup fee. So this is like a.
Sorry, Rode, are you measuring churn on your software side of the business?
Be specific. I can't follow you right now.
Churn is it's a pretty standard term in software, right? So it sounds like you're not understanding the question, which means you might not be focused on that right now. It sounds like you're more of a hardware business. Are you tracking churn on the software side of your business, meaning how many customers you're losing each month?
No, we are not measuring right now.
Okay, have you lost any customers that started paying?
Yeah, because we skipped those. The smaller ones. It's no point to focus on them right now. So we basically pivoted the client segment a bit because the advisor said that it's going to be more beneficial.
That makes sense. What's the team size today? How many people?
We have 4 people right now. It's a really small team.
And are you burning capital, or are you break even?
We are really close to break even, but yet we are burning right now. So it's, yeah, we are burning right now.
Like 2,000 a month, 10,000 a month. How much?
5,000 per month, basically.
Okay. You're super close. You're almost there.
Yeah, but it's hard. We don't know when it's going to happen, but hopefully soon. We are working really hard.
Yep. So you're not measuring churn. Do you know what it costs you to get a new customer?
We have done some calculations, but to be honest, they are not like if we say that okay, approaching one client needs like 1,000 euros. It's not basically true. Sometimes it's smaller, sometimes it's higher. But we try to make it smaller. But we might say that couple of hundred.
A couple hundred euros?
Yes.
So like $1,000?
Sorry. Couple of hundred. Not couple of thousand.
Couple of hundred euros. So 800 euros, for example, would be about $1,000. What do you mean by couple hundred? Be specific.
Okay, let's say 500 euros. But okay. I'm saying that it's a not correct number because sometimes it's easier. Sometimes,
well, of course, Rode. Of course, every customer is not going to be the exact same. But in order to drive your business, you have to have some idea of what customer acquisition cost is. So I get it. It's obviously an average.
Yes.
Totally understand that. Okay, very cool. Listen, let's wrap up here with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite business book?
Positioning Battle for Your Mind.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Yes, Gary Vaynerchuk right now.
A CEO of which company?
VaynerMedia previously, sorry.
Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Okay.
Is that who you said, Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Number three, what's your favorite online tool for building your company?
Google Spreadsheet.
Number four, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
Now it's 7.
And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
Close to have kids on July.
Okay, are you married?
Not yet.
Okay, not married, no kiddos yet. And how old are you?
I'm 35.
35. Last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
Basically, I would say that be calm. Everything happens when you work hard.
Guys, everything happens when you work hard. Coming from Paytailor, now up to about 20 customers. Their hardware plus software business doing about $20,000 per month. Just the software doing about $3,000 per month, though. They're helping companies like vending machine companies put things on the vending machines to make payment systems where they can capture the customer information and drive loyalty and rewards. They have raised about $250,000 today, raising another $250,000 here shortly, burning about $5,000 per month with their team of 4, quickly moving towards, or trying to move towards break even. Rode, thank you for taking us to the top.
Thank you. Take care. Cheers. Bye.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it, and the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.